everybody, welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Mitz. I'm glad you're here to join us today for this class. We're going to start lying down today on the mat. So before we begin class, just real quick, I want to just remind you to always listen to your body, do what you can. If there is ever a posture we get into today that is painful for you and really uncomfortable, by all means feel free to modify that or even back out of that posture and wait for the next one and then join us when you can. All right, so we're gonna go ahead again and start down on the ground. So if you would, please go ahead and join me on the floor. We'll start all the way on our back this morning. So once you're ready here, we're just gonna start with our knees bent, our feet relaxed, and our shoulders down. Go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Let your hands rest on your abdomen today. And I just want you to begin our class with a few deep breaths here. Inhaling through our nose and slowly exhaling out. I want you to take a moment before we get going too far into class to just pause and begin our class with the breath, clearing our minds, quieting our thoughts, and tuning inward into how we're feeling. Remembering through each and every posture, we want to maintain this nice, full, deep breath. Staying as calm and relaxed through each and every posture as possible. Good, and then before we start moving, I also want you to take a moment to think about how you're feeling today. Like a little mental check-in. Are there any areas of your body that are sore or are tight? If so, do you want to protect those areas or do you want to work into those areas? Are there any areas of your body that are feeling really good today? And maybe you want to push a little harder. Remembering that every day is different. So we always want to take a moment before we begin class to reflect on how we're feeling, what we want to accomplish today in class. Now I know this feels so good and you'd like to stay right here the whole class, but however, we must move on. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up here by placing our hands flat to the mat. Go ahead and slide your feet a little closer towards your glutes so that the feet are underneath your knees. When you're ready, open your eyes. And then on an inhale, we're going to stretch our arms over our head and then sweep them out to the side and down to come back to starting position. Again, inhale, reach overhead like a jumping jack arm on the way down. Bring them down. Again, deep breath, inhale, getting our shoulders loose. One more time, reach up and over. And exhale. Let's reverse that. Same thing, but just back it up. So take it out to the side now. Now reach up to the ceiling and all the way down. And again, inhale out to the side and up, making a nice circle here. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Good. Draw your hands up to the sky. Turn your palms to face each other. Reach your fingers a little higher and see if you can press the middle of your back into the mat. Then on an exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. See if you can feel yourself crinkling the mat underneath you and feeling the area of your spine between your shoulder blades lifting off the mat. Again, inhale, protract, reaching the fingertips to the sky, pressing the back down. Exhale, retract the shoulder blades, squeezing them towards one another. One more time, inhale, press, feeling the scapula move, and exhale and squeeze. Good, now bring it to neutral spine and just circle those hands around, making some big circles on the ceiling with your fingertips. And then circle the other direction. Again, just working on our shoulder girdle, upper back, and shoulder area here for this first part. Good, then reach those arms down towards your feet. Keep them elevated though. And shrug the shoulders to your ears. And then press down towards your feet. Again, shrug up. And exhale, press down. Two more times, inhale, shrug up. Exhale, press down. One more time, inhale, shrug up. And exhale. exhale, press down. Place your hands all the way flat to the floor now. And then inhale and slowly lift your hips into a bridge. Feet stay flat, big toes anchored down. Slowly lower the hips back down, one vertebrae at a time. And again, inhale, press up into bridge. Squeezing your glutes, keeping your head square, looking straight to the sky. Lower those hips back down. 2 more times, please. Deep breath. Inhale, press up. And slow exhale, lower. Once more, please. Inhale, press up. And exhale, lower. Draw your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg all the way out, hugging that knee in. And switch sides. Left knee comes in. Pull. And again, pull, reaching and extending through your toes. And pull, engaging your abs here now, starting to get them warm. 4 more times. Pull that right knee in. And pull that left knee in. One last time. Right knee comes in. And left knee comes in. Great job. Both feet flat to the floor. I want you to open your knees to the side like a butterfly. And then zip those knees together. And open those knees up. And zip them in. 2 more times. Doing things in 4s today. Yeah? Open it up. And bring it in once more. Open it up. And bring it in. Good. Feet hip distance apart, arms out to the side. We let the legs drop all the way over to the right like a windshield wiper, feeling the stretch to the left side of your back and torso. And then bring those legs over to the left side. Keeping the shoulder blades down here. Let's do it once more each way. Drop them to the right. And then over to your left. Fantastic. Bring both knees back into the chest this time. Now wrap your arms around the legs and pedal your feet right and left. And then bring the feet together and circle them simultaneously to the right. And then over to your left. Great job. We're going to get all those joints warm. Let's warm up the back a little more with some rolls. So hug those knees and see if you can rock yourself up and slowly lower down. Now if this makes you dizzy or bothers your back, just rock up and stay there for a moment. We'll be there in just a few seconds to join you. One more time, please. Great work, guys. Immediately we pull our legs around behind us and come up into a quadruped position, meaning all 4s. Hands slide right underneath those shoulders. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Knees right underneath your hips, please. Stacking those joints. We'll inhale and look forward, arching our back into cow. And then exhale, tuck that belly button up and in and draw your chin into your chest into a cat stretch. Good. Moving through this at your own pace to the sound of your breath. Inhale as you extend and exhale as you round. I'm not going to say much right here. I want you to do about 5 to 10 of these depending on your breath, going at your own pace, never rushing it though, and really pressing up as you round into cat. Thinking about pulling those abdominal muscles in as tight as you can. Good. Finish out your last cow, and then let's all press back into child's pose, drawing your hips back towards your heels. Good. Now remember, anytime today, if you need a little break, you can always come back to child's pose. It's a great pose for that, so feel free to revisit it if you need to. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side of our mat and press our left hand just a little bit further than our right, feeling that great stretch down the side of your torso there on that left side. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Right hand presses a little bit further out. Feeling that stretch under the armpit, down the side of our back. Good, then come back up to center, hands underneath you. And I want you to tip your pelvis to the right like you're wagging your tail. And then look over that right shoulder. Great. QL, quadratus lumborum, in the little part of your back there, left side of your back, you should feel that. Then let's switch, wag your tail to the left, look over the left shoulder. Good, one more time. Really isolate that. Think about moving the pelvis to the right, look to the right. And move the pelvis to the left, look to the left. Great job. Now walk your hands just a tad bit forward or your knees back and push your hips down so that they're in line with your spine, so we're in that plank position. Good. Now look forward if you can. Open your heart. And then press back into child's pose with those arms extended, really pressing and stretching the arms. Good. Come back forward into plank. Hold. Now if you can, dip the hips slightly. Look forward. If that bothers your back, stay in that plank position. Shift the hips back into our child's pose. Great job. Let's do it again. Take it forward to plank. Pull the abs in. Stay there if you need to. If you can, drop just a hair, opening the chest up. Think about lifting up through the crown of the head and press back to child's pose. Now you may choose to stay with that option. That's option 1. For those of you that would like to join me in down dog, please do so now, tucking those toes under. If you do not wish to do down dog today, you'll stay in child's pose as the replacement. For down dog, we shift our hips to the sky, let the head drop between the arms, and really try to lengthen your spine, pressing your chest back towards your legs. Your heels may or may not touch the floor. The most important part here, though, is that your back is nice and straight as you press through. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit if you need to accomplish that. Let's all move forward into plank, and of course this can be on your knees or your toes. And then for those of you that wish, dip the hips just a hair, open the chest to the front, and then press back to either child's pose or down dog. So now we're doing this. There's 2 different variations. You've got the child's pose position that we did earlier and this position. So you pick either or. Inhale will flow a little faster. Come to plank, lengthen, drop the hips if you can for up dog. Sit back up, down dog or child's pose press. Call this. Inhale, come forward, dancing dog or dancing dog. Here, open up the chest, drop the shoulder. Press back either to child's pose or down dog. We're going to do it one more time, gang, one more time. Come forward to plank and lower down. And we got to get off those wrists, don't we? So come back up. If you're in child's pose, tuck your toes, and everybody inchworm yourself all the way to the back of your mat. And then your hands can rest wherever you're comfortable. So you may not have them on the floor. That might be a bit deep for you. So feel free to bring them up to your thighs, your shins, or the floor, wherever you feel good. Shake your head no, and shake it yes. Shake those shoulders out. Try to get some tension out of the upper back and neck area. Good. Now from here, I want you to bend your right knee and then bend your left knee. So we're just pedaling those legs. Bend the right and bend the left. You should feel that, of course, up that hamstring. Bend the right and bend the left. We're going to do it one more time each way, please. Bend the right and then the left. Great work. Bend both knees now. Slide the hands up to your thighs, arching the back into our cow pose here from our standing position. Exhale, round the spine. Pull those shoulder blades forward. Again, inhale, lengthen, open the heart. And exhale and round. One more time. Deep breath. Inhale, lengthen. And this time, exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Great job. Roll those shoulders back, all the way back down and around. Take your feet hip distance apart now, and I want you to swing those arms from side to side and give me some spinal rotations, making things a little more dynamic here as we reach those arms and throw them out and lengthen them behind us. 4, 3, 2, bring both arms up. Inhale. Good. Right arm drops, left arm reaches over, and then cartwheel it over to the other side. Not holding these for very long because we're warming up still, right? So we want the movement here to get us warm. Good. Now take those arms straight out to the side. Now we need to give me some circles here. Warming up those shoulders again. We're almost through our warm up here. We're getting ready to move on in a moment. Let's circle the other direction. Great. Now back to the rotations. Let's do it all together. Reach and swing. Last part of our warm-up. Think dynamic here. Press and press. Last 4, 3, 2. Arms inhale up. Right arm drops. Extend through the left. And switch over to the right. And again, one more each way. And switch. Arms come out to the side, circle them around, and circle the other way. Good. Arms come front, open and close your hands. Good. Really stretch your fingers, keep those shoulders active. Now wiggle your fingers, let your arms swing. Roll the shoulders all the way back, draw your left ear to the shoulder, tuck it in and around over to the right, and back to the left. And one more time to the right. And head comes to center. Well done, guys. Let's move on. Coming to the top of your mat, wherever that is for you today. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to sit back in chair pose. Reach your hips back, arms forward. And then rise up, hands come to the side. Sit back and rise up. Chest up tall, squeeze the glutes as you rise. Now we're going to add to this a little heel lift. So sit back, lift your right heel off the ground, rise, and switch. Sit back, left heel comes up. Now if that's difficult for you, you're going to stay with this version. If you're able to go a bit further, instead of the heel lift, we're going to lift the whole foot, lifting the knee. So we sit back, try it now. Lift that right leg. Sit back, lifting the left leg. Great job, 2 more. And lift. Good, sit back. Now you're going to do 1 more on the right side, and we're going to hold it. So either the heel raise or the foot lifts all the way up, hold. Balancing tall with this knee to chest pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then take this right leg and step it back. Going right into warrior 1, we reach our arms to the sky. Hips facing straight ahead with me, gang. Bending our left knee, pressing forward into that. So remember, both hips face straight ahead, press that back heel down. Let's circle the arms around and inhale them up. And circle them around and inhale them up. 2 more times, circle. Inhale and circle. Now hold them up, and now I want you to open your back foot sideways and look forward over your front hand. Back hand, you should not be able to see it if you were looking in the mirror, right? It should be lined up with your front hand. Open this front knee towards our pinky toe and really feel yourself pressing. This front knee should be over the ankle. Remember, from side view, it looks like this. Good. Stay there. I'm going to stay front facing with you for this first part, give you a different view than our every other week. Nice deep breath here. Now we're going to change those arms. I want you to press them back. And I want you to think about retracting your shoulder blades. Squeeze and open your chest. Push. Feel those little muscles of your upper back getting nice and warm there. Really helps us with our posture when those muscles are strong. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. How are those arms feeling? Once more here. Good job. Lift your back heel off the ground. See if you can lift your foot. So from side view, I'm right here. Your arms are still extended. They may start to feel a little tired. That's okay. We're looking for that. Good. Finding balance here. Nice deep breath. Once more. And release those shoulders. Shake those arms out. Let's take our feet hip distance apart and once again rotate our spine like we did just a couple minutes ago. Good. Let those arms sway, rotate. Good. Deep breath. Inhale up. Right arm drops, left arm reaches. And go right over to the other side. 4 of those. And right over. One more time. Now this time, press both arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers, and round your upper back, peeling those shoulder blades apart since we just worked those muscles back there. Inhale back up to the sky. exhale, close those arms, circle those shoulders back, palms facing out. Drop the left ear to the shoulder. Draw the chin down and around to the right. And around to the left. One more time, please, to the right. And head comes to center. Feet hip distance apart. Let's repeat chair pose. Let's sit back and arms come out to the side. And again, sit back, knees behind your toes if you can here. Tail turned down, abdominal muscles lifted along with your chest. Good, now can you lift your left heel as you rise up this time? Left heel comes up, balance, and switch. Now you can stick with just the heel, or if you'd like to join me, whole foot comes up this time. And lift, balancing, and down. Breathe. Go nice and slow. Good, we're going to do one more and hold it. Right here, up wherever you can and hold. Find a spot to focus. Nice deep breath. Great work. Take that left foot, step it as far back as you can. Spinning the toes just out a hair. Hips facing straight ahead. Bend this front leg and press. Drive your back heel towards the earth and feel this left hip flexor lengthening as you squeeze your left glute. Inhale, the arms rise up to the sky, palms facing in, lengthening through our rib cage. Exhale those arms down. Inhale and scoop them up. Exhale them down. Inhale, scoop them up. One more time. Exhale them down. Inhale, scoop them up. Now take them out to the side and rotate. Open up into warrior two. Back foot spins sideways so your feet look like 9 o'clock. Good, if you can, separate those feet a little wider. Remember this front knee, we want to open it up towards our pinky toe by engaging this right glute. Good, and then we're going to press those arms back, retract those shoulder blades and squeeze. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Push off, slide the left foot in. Leaning or balancing your weight on that right foot, lift that left foot again from the side of you. It looks like this. Just hold and balance, keeping those arms strong. Feel the strength in your shoulders here. Almost there. And release them down. Good job. Shake those arms out. Let's go ahead and go back one more time to our little combination here. Our little flow where we rotate, loosen up the back. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Right arm drops. Left arm presses. And switch. And one more each way, please. And switch. And release the arms down. Roll the shoulders back. Open the palms. Drop the left ear. Circle the shoulder or chin around. And switch. One more time. And head comes to center. Great job. So I'm going to turn sideways for the next one so you can see better. You don't have to. You can stay square, dead on if you like. You decide whatever you're more comfortable with. So we're going to step our left foot forward and turn our right foot sideways to the back. Then we're going to slide those hands up, one front, one back, so that we're in our prep for triangle. Let's just do a couple preps for triangle. I want you to shift your hips back. Feel your inner thigh right there and that hamstring, and then come back up. So just prepping triangle. Shift the hips as you reach forward and come up. Good. One more time. Shift the hips. Now hold that. Now lower yourself down. Opening up through that right side of our torso, lifting up and out through this right rib cage. Soften your gaze, relaxing through your eyes. Good, now engage your abs, so tighten those abs up and push up. Good, now let's keep the hips shifted and reach backwards, reverse triangle. Lifting through the left side of your rib cage, because see, our hips aren't here. They're still shifted back as we lift and lengthen up. Good, take a breath or two there, and then we're gonna put those two pieces together, flowing between them. Our little vinyasa between the two, or asana between the two. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Opening up, feel that stretch, feels good, right? Inhale, push up, come up, keep the hips shifted, reach backwards into reverse Trikonasana. Again, inhale, come forward, finding triangle pose. Maybe you can get a little lower each time, maybe yes, maybe no, just do what you can. Inhale, come up, exhale, reverse it. Awesome, one more time, please, lower it down, opening it up. Inhale, come up and reverse it. Lower the hand down. Take your back foot, spin it so that your hips now face straight ahead. Then we're going to flex or hinge the hips, coming down with a flat back, and then come up. Good, so we're hip hinging. Let's do that again, moving through the posture first before we hold. Try to find your hamstring and pull up. This time we'll hold it down, drop it down, and now hold. Hands on the thigh, the shin, or the floor. This is called pyramid pose. Great stretch for that left hamstring. Breathe nice and deep, and then inhale and come up. Now keep the legs where they're at, and I want you to rotate to the back. And then come back in to face the leg. And again, rotate towards the left. And come back in. Last time, I want you to hold the rotation, and then see if you slide your right hand down your left leg. However far you can, noticing that it requires quite a bit of balance. Your left hand stays on that lower back area, right up above the glute. That's a deep stretch right there. That will really hit that piriformis right there underneath that glute. Really trying to open up in that spinal twist though. Good, if you're on the floor, come up, and everybody unwind and rotate to the front. Turn your toes towards the corners of your mat so your knees are opened. Hands out wide to the side. Let's squat down in goddess pose, and then rise up, pressing through your heels. Nice and slow, so we always do the movement first, and then we'll do the hold today. Lower down and rise. This time we're going to do the hold. Down and hold. Bend your elbows, and see if you can drive your elbows back. Back. Once again, squeezing your upper back. Right there, squeeze those shoulder blades. Open your knees. Last 5, 4, and hold. Hands come down to your thighs. Walk the elbows down all the way, and push your knees outward towards your pinky toes. Drop your tail and see if you can lift your head and your chest, and find the inner thigh stretch there. Good, straighten the legs out now. Turn your toes forward and drop the chin all the way in, letting your head hang freely if it feels good. Shake it out, relax those shoulders. And if you can, walk your hands up to your lower back and clasp them. And then extend the arms and feel the stretch through your shoulders and your chest. Make sure some of your weight is forward in your toes, that you're not rocking all the way back to your heels here. You've got good even distribution across your feet. Great job. Lower the hands to your back and down to the floor. Want you to pivot to your left leg where we started, and then drop your right knee down to the floor and unlock your toes. Squeeze your back right glute forward so you feel this right hip flexor opening. And if you can, walk your hands up to your left thigh and really press a little deeper here. This really is a nice stretch for those psoas muscles right there, your hip flexors. Relax the shoulders down. We're not going to do anything with the arms right now. I just want you to focus on that back leg. Nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good work. Slide the hands back to the floor. Tuck the back toe under. Walk it back to the front where you started. Then bend both of your knees and bring your hands up to your thigh. And then give me a cat stretch. Roll all the way up and roll those shoulders back. Well done. We're going to do the other side. So spin that right foot sideways now. So your feet look more like a 9 o'clock position. Heel of the front foot lined up ideally with the arch of your back foot, but if not, heel to heel is also okay. Arms up, one front, one back. Can we do those triangle preps? Shift the hips, reach forward. Feel that right up where that hamstring and inner thigh connect. And then come back up to center. Again, shift just the pelvis. Feel your rib cage lift. Come back to center. One more time, shift. Now hold. And then lower that right arm down. Opening the left arm to the sky. Lengthening through your left rib cage. Try to pull that left arm back and breathe. Good, now let's push off and draw those abs in. Keep the hips shifted. Bring it back into reverse triangle. Lifting through the rib cage. Nice deep breath here. Feel how that should feel. That stretch to the right side. And then we're going to flow between the two of them. Inhale, come to center, hips stay shifted. Exhale, lower it down into triangle. Inhale, push off, come up. Exhale into reverse triangle. Again, inhale and then exhale into triangle one more time. Inhale up, exhale into reverse triangle. Last time here. And then come to center. Great job. Pick this back foot up, spin it slightly so the heel is further back than the toes. Hands up the crease of the hip, flex forward into our hip hinge. Feeling that right hamstring now. Keep the back flat. Unhinge, come up, chest open. 2 more sets. Let's try again. Flex, 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 keeping the back flat the entire time. And rise up. Breathe in. Good. This time we flex forward and we're going to hold it. Good. Stay in that position, placing your hands on your shin, your thigh, the floor, whatever feels good. Please stay there. I got a little piece of fuzz in my throat, so I'm going to grab a quick drink. All right, gang, let's come on up now. Keep the legs where they're at, and I want you to rotate to the back. And then come back to center. Feel the stretch through your back. Nice and gentle rotation. Rotate to the right. And come center. One more time. Rotate now. Stay to the right. Leave your right hand on that right glute. Slide your left hand down your leg however far you can. And remember, go slow because this requires a lot of balance as well. Opening up that right shoulder as much as you can here and really pulling your right glute back, pushing your left hip forward. And rise up if you're down. Unwind and come to the front. Let's turn those toes towards the corners of our mat. Reach those arms out wide. Goddess pose. Bend those knees. Lower your tail down. Press through the heels. Rise up. Good, precise movements. Feel your muscles working here. Squeeze your glutes and quads as you rise. Again, deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Last time, hold it down this time. Hold as low as you can and press those palms back. Push, squeeze your shoulder blades. Push, push. Good, last 4, 3, 2. Hold it and reach all the way up and fold over your your legs. Turn your toes forward, please. Shake the shoulders out and let your back round. And let's cross this time. Cross your hands over onto your biceps if you can to completely release that upper back and back of the neck. Let your body sway from side to side if that feels good for you. And just breathe. Remember, bring some of your weight forward to your toes so you're not pressing completely back into your heels. Great job, everybody. Now we take our hands to the floor and we pivot back to the right and drop the left knee down. Unlock those toes. Good. And of course, you can stay here with your fingers on the floor if that feels more safe for you. If you can, place your hands on your thighs, rising up. We press those hips forward, really feeling that left hip flexor open. Chest up tall, shoulders down low. Look straight ahead and breathe. Good work. Hands come back down. Pivot or tuck the back toe under. Now see if you can slide your right leg back. And maybe that might be hard for some of you, so inch it back however you can. And then drop the head and let's find child's pose or down dog. Down dog if you can, but if you need to come down to child's pose, feel free. All right, so from here, we're going to take and extend our left leg up high to the sky. Now, if you're in child's pose, you'll come right here onto your knee. All right, so it'll look almost exactly the same. It's just straight out instead of up to the sky. Now, everybody draw this left knee in towards your left elbow. Pull it in. And remember, if you're on your knee, you're just right there. Press it back out or out and up. 2 more sets. Bring it in. Press it out or out and up. 1 more time. Bring it in. And press it out. From here, we're going to bend that back knee and we're going to pull it forward for pigeon. So bring that knee in, set the knee down with your foot facing your back right thigh. And then walk your right leg back and try to sit up tall. Good, fingertips tuck pulled if you need to, shoulders down. Try to keep your hips as square as you can. Do your best. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And this is going to stretch out that outer thigh, gluteal area where your sciatica runs. So that will help to get those muscles nice and loose. Now you're welcome to stay here on your hands. Some people find they feel it more there. Some people find they like it better on their elbows and they feel it more there. So if you've got the flexibility to go there, please feel free to do so. Either way, I need some deep breaths here. We're going to hold this posture for 3 to 5 more breaths. Good. Let's all come back to our hands if you are on your elbows. Curl the back toes under to lift that knee and slide that leg back. And again, you can either be in child's pose or down dog, you pick. And we're just going to do that all on the other side. So the right leg extends up. Remember, if you were in child's pose, you will be right here for this option. Then we all bring that right knee towards our right elbow. And again, press it back, up or out, depending on which position you're in. And again, pull it forward, bracing those abdominal muscles. And press it back. One more time, bring it in. And press it back. Hold it there and bend the knee, opening the knee to the side. And then sweep it forward, bringing that foot inward, knee opened. Left leg walks back. Walk it up into a nice square position, pressing down and out through your tail. Hips nice and square, shoulders relaxed. And remember, anytime if you find that you can't get into a position very well, it doesn't feel comfortable for you, feel free to modify that position or simply back out. You can always go back into child's pose if you need a break. For those of you that would like to join me, come down to your elbows, please do so. If you feel better on your hands, then by all means, stay right there. Again, we'll hold about 3 to 5 more breaths. So try to soften your shoulders, relax your eyes, just breathe. Awesome job, guys. Everybody back up to your hands if you're not there already. Let's walk back into child's pose now. Take both knees back and slide those hips back. Relax the crown of your head down. Keep the arms extended, feeling the stretch under the armpits. Good. Then I want you to walk forward and draw yourself down to your elbows, please. And then what we're going to do is spin your hands in so that they're facing your elbows. And then just tip your hips and shift to open up to the front. Reach that top left arm open. Now my right knee is bent, but of course if you want to make this harder, you can lift that knee off the ground and come right there with the both legs straight. This is our side plank position. This is tough for some of us, so just do your best. Really working on core strength as well as our upper body strength. Nice deep breath. Look up if you can, keeping the abs braced and tight. Breathe. Now if you want more of a challenge, lift your left foot. One more breath. Set the foot down if it's up. Spin this arm back underneath you. Come back up to your toes if you can. And then shift your weight to the back. Drop the left knee down if you need to. Right arm reaches up to the sky, opening up that right shoulder. Feel free to straighten both legs out if you want to be up on both feet to make that a little harder. Again, keep the chest open, keep the abdominal muscles tight. And then the third option would be to lift your right foot off the floor if you'd like more of a challenge. One more breath here. Almost there. Set the foot down if it's lifted. Rotate back to the front. Now inch those elbows back all the way last time in child's pose. Well done, guys. I know those planks sometimes are very challenging for many of us, so just keep working at them. They're very functional, very helpful for our daily life, keeping our core nice and strong. Good, let's come to a seated position now. We're done with the prone stuff. We're on to the fun stuff. More fun stuff. All right, we're going to take our left leg and extend it out in front of us and bring our right leg in, please. Try to find your sits bones where you're sitting up nice and tall. Good, ankle flex, so pull your toes towards you. And then when you're ready, I want you to just walk yourself down however far you can. And just breathe here and see how far you can get, and then just hold it. And we're going to do a little contract, relax exercise. So what I want you to do now is to contract your quadricep as tight as you can. Squeeze that muscle, pressing the back of your knee into the floor. Don't let it go. Hold that contraction. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep it. Breathe. One more. Now let it relax and see if you can inch down any further. And you might find that it did help you get a little further. So we're going to try it again. You ready? Contract the quadricep. Really squeeze that muscle, pressing the back of the knee into the ground. Push, push, push. Hold on. We're holding for about 7 seconds here, roughly. Good. Now relax the muscle. See if you can get any further. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's a nice little trick. One more time. Contract. Squeeze that quad. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Press the back of the knee down. Push, push, push. Keep squeezing. That's the key. Don't let it go. Now relax and see if you've gotten any further. Good job. Breathe in, breathe out. And then roll yourself up to a nice straight spine. Lifting and opening your chest. Let's rotate into the right leg, looking over your back right shoulder. Unwind, come to the center, slide your feet out, going into boat's pose. Take your arms out in front of you if you can. If not, grab the backs of your hamstrings. Shift or tip yourself back, but remember in boat pose, we want to try to keep our back long. So straighten that spine out. And then of course, if you want to make it harder, pick your feet up off the ground. So option would be to have your hands on the hamstrings, or even yet, you could put them on the floor if you needed to. Breathe nice and deep. For those of you that want to go a step further, feel free to straighten the legs out. Just make sure you keep good spinal alignment here, keeping the chest open and the back nice and long. One more breath here. Contract those abs. Come on. Good. Now set the feet down if they're lifted. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing in. Arch the back and press the chest open. Squeezing open through those shoulders. Feet hip distance apart. This is option 1. For those of you that would like to make this a little bit more difficult, option 2 lifts the hips up off the ground into reverse tabletop. Great work. Go ahead, lower those hips down and sit up tall, relax those shoulders. All right, we're gonna do that all on the other side. So let's slide the left foot in this time. Find your sits bones, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath, inhale. And then when you're ready, exhale and fold. Find that tender point where you feel the stretch, but you're still able to breathe. Got it? Good. Now contract that right quad. Squeeze it as tight as you can. Pressing the back of the knee down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Think about it. It makes all the difference in the world. Now relax the quads. See if you can get another ½ an inch or so of depth. And you might find that you can. You might find that that's as far as you can go. Either way, it's still all beneficial. Again, squeeze the quadriceps up as tight as you can. Pushing the back of the knee down. Come on, really make that muscle. Tight, 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 tight. Come on, keep breathing. And relax the muscle. Can you inch any further? Deep breath here. One last time, squeeze that quadricep. Come on, we'll tighten it up. Pressing the knee down. Push, 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 push. Keep breathing as you squeeze. And relax. It's like magic how your body releases you a little further. And then slowly roll it up, straightening out the back. Roll the shoulders back. Let's rotate into our left leg this time, looking over that left shoulder. Lifting up through our abdomen to look past. Take 3 deep breaths here. Unwind, come back to the front, and extend your legs out. I'll turn sideways for boat. Chest up nice and tall, hands on the hamstrings if you need them to be. Tip yourself back, finding your nice straight spine here. And of course, if you'd like to make this harder, pick your feet up. And then of course, the next option would be to straighten your legs out. Only though if you could keep that back in proper alignment. Good. So in other words, we don't want to be rounded like this. We want nice straight lines like a sailboat. Nice breath here. Bracing the abs, pull the lower belly in. One more breath. And then set the feet down hip distance apart. Slide your hands back, fingers facing in. If you need to wing them out a little bit, that's okay. Open the chest, pull the shoulders back. Feel free to stay in that position if that feels good for you. If you want to go the next step further, lift your hips up to the sky, pressing them up as much as you can. We want to avoid a saggy card table here. We want it to look like a table. So pick those hips up as much as you can. And then we release those hips down to the floor. Great job. Let's move on. We're going to go ahead and lower all the way down. I'm going to spin around so I can see a little bit better here. And we're just going to roll down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Let your head rest on the floor here. We're going to do one more ab exercise before we do our final stretch. So I want you to take those legs up side by side to a tabletop position. Good, and I just want you to breathe nice and deep, and then we're going to press those legs up at a diagonal. And I want you to feel the imprint of your lower back, so pull your abs in as tight as you can to imprint. And then give me 2 little circles here, like 2 concentric circles like eyeglass. And then bend those knees back into tabletop. Good, now did you keep your lower back down? That's the key. If not, you're going to stay on this position and work on that. If you can, extend the legs out. If you want to make it harder, drop them a little lower, but keep the low back down. Circle, make 2 little concentric circles, and then bend those knees back in. Good, so this one is as hard as you make it. You've got to think about it. Push the legs out. Imprint your back by drawing your abs in. Circle, 2 little circles, and bend it in. We're going to do it twice more, okay? Relax your neck and shoulders, and let's try it again. Push the legs out. Imprint the lower back. 2 little circles, and bend it back in. Breathe. One last time, okay? Press out, push, low back down. 2 little circles. Awesome. Bend those knees all the way in. Give yourself a hug. Great job. Slow, deep breaths here. Left leg drops to the floor. Cross that right ankle over onto your left thigh, please. And then let's pull that left knee into the chest. Wrap around underneath that left leg. And really try to open that right knee to the side. Circle those left toes around. And then circle the other way. Good. Lower the foot down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left ankle crosses to the right. Pull the right knee up and into the chest, grabbing the back of that leg. Circle the right toes around. And then the left. And lower both feet down. Feet flat to the floor. Reach those hips to the sky into a bridge pose like we did in the warm-up, but hold it at the top here, opening up those hips. And then reset that spine and come down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Extend those arms out like a T, and remember these where we lowered our legs to the right? If you want to make this deeper, stack your legs on top of one another and bring them up a little closer to your right hand. Keeping the chest open to the sky with both shoulder blades in contact. Good. Walk that left foot back down, right foot down, squaring off your shoulders and your hips. Lower the legs to the left side this time. Again, they can stay split apart, or if you want to make that more challenging for yourself, stack those legs. Keeping the right shoulder blade in contact with that floor. Great job. Bring it back to the center. Reset yourself so you feel square. And then let your knees now open to the side. Letting those inner thighs and hips open. Slide your hands down so the palms face upwards. Take a big deep breath here. Let it go. Feel free at this point now to close your eyes. We're going into Savasana last. So when you're ready, slide those knees up together. And then if it feels good, straighten those legs all the way out. Shake your knees out. Go ahead, give them a little shake. Shake your hips out. Wiggle your toes. And then just relax and melt into the mat. We're going to try a little nostril breathing today. We want to be breathing in and out through our nose. So let's check our pathways, our airways. Way to take your thumb and bring your index finger to the top of your nose. And then take your thumb and close your right nostril. And then just see if you can inhale through the left side of your nose. And see if you can exhale. Does that feel okay for you? There's a lot of pollen outside right now, so there's a lot of allergy things going on. So if you don't feel comfortable there, feel a little stuffy today, feel free to just do your regular breath. But if you can't, please try this practice. You should become very aware of your breathing. Let that hand relax, and let's try the other side. Take your left hand to the nose, index finger to the top of your nose, your thumb presses into that left nostril. Breathe in slowly through the right side of your nose. Is that pathway clear? Now relax your hand to the floor and see how much more comfortable it is to breathe in through both sides of your nose. And how much now you appreciate that you're able to do so. Let your fingers now softly curl in towards your thumbs, letting your thumbs rub down the pads of each of your fingers. Continue those deep breaths in through your nose, all the way down to your abdomen. Feel your eyes soften. Let your forehead smooth back into your scalp. And let your ears and shoulders release away from one another. Allow your body to rest and recover. Take a moment and to appreciate the fact that you're able to do all that you did today, that you are mobile enough to join us. So many people are not. So appreciate what you have and what you're able to do. Can you take a deeper breath here? Feel your whole torso expand. And as you exhale, feel your whole back release down. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, bend your knees, sliding your feet in. Roll over to your right side, sliding your bottom hand underneath your head if you need to for support. Take a breath or two there. And then when you're ready, open your eyes and gently push yourself all the way up. Nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. And then come to what we call Savasana, seated easy pose. Lengthen your spine, sit tall. Draw your right ear into your shoulder. Take the chin to the chest. And left ear to the shoulder. And chin to the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale out. One more time. Deep breath, inhale. Palms touch. And slowly exhale down. Thank you all for joining me today. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you on Friday.